Flip though a little bit in the hard point. You've been losing some where you were dominant, where you look so good in Vista. You've been falling apart there a bit. You haven't been as good in the respawns. Maybe a chance for Subliners to strike?
Yeah, maybe. I just think maybe it's tough because you go with this 6-star, and I think if you're New York, you look at the map vetoes, just 6-star, they're only 1 and 2 on the year. Maybe scrims have been going better for them.
Yeah, I never know. Yeah.
This has been a very solid map.
Well, right into it we go. FaZe first to set the tempo here inside the point as Hydra comes bursting on through. There's going to be individual talent all over the place in this matchup. It's Hydra off to 3 straight early.
Yeah, I mean, 3 straight for him, and now Kid's been able to find the 4. So some nice early time, 20 seconds left. Sib watching the rotation down low. He's able to win that first gunfight over towards that P2 area. But, I mean, Kismet, Sky's locking this down. This is going to be great early time. And you see Hydra, he's just making sure they have P2 control.
Was there anything when you just saw the overall best of 5 that really kind of surprised you?
That control pick. Yeah, okay. Right. The control veto for Subliners. They opt to ban Karachi, which they just won versus this FaZe team. So we're going to go to Invasion, which has been a little bit wishy-washy for the Subliners.
Well, we'll see how that one ends up playing out. But for now, focus back over to FaZe inside of the hard point, trying to rack up some time. You had a great start out of the P1 if you are NYSL, but answering back for now on 4 straight will be Celium. Simp still looking to get his first kill on the board. You know, he's had some slow starts across various hard points. He's like weird, like 1 in 9, 1 in 10 starts, and then he really starts to come alive, but kind of uncharacteristic for one of the most consistent players of all time.
Yeah, but the ARs are locking it down. Draza with a triple still looking for number 6. But you aren't wrong. Normally it's on Vista, I feel like, when we see that.
Yeah.
He does not pick up the rotation. Hydra is going. It looks like he's going to meet up with him, though. So we're going to have a big one-on-one on that, and, well, Simp able to win it. So he's going to get on the board, no streak. Or, sorry, Cell's still alive. Draza was getting that scrap time, but a much better P2 for Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, here's a chance for the streak. You're trying to throw shoulders. You throw them a little too wide if you're Sib. So you get the streak. Celium locking it down until Skies gets the better of him, but you've got backside control, you've got close spawns, you're trying to break in through a pool, but the nade over the top there from Draza going to slow things down, also trying to dish out haircuts.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a little staggered here. Hydra, though, is going to win one, try to make a play. He's just by his lonesome because front side, it has been all Atlanta FaZe. So Hydra was able to win the first, but he's got no help. So again, a bit staggered. You're going to wait for your teammates to come off spawn. Nades over the top. Kiz is going to find the first, but the trades have been on point so far for FaZe near the hill.
You're going to need another sequence here where you're able to trade, but yeah, with the close side spawn, you're able to get into it quickly in through the rear. It's going to be Hydra who gets 2, but it will stop after that as Simp after the 0-4 start. Now up to 4 and 6, but there he'll drop. You'll get in for the little bit of time, but you'll take anything. I mean, after that like 40-0 start, that great start from Subliners, it was kind of all FaZe for a nice stretch.
No, and it has been again, and on this rotation, who is here first? It's Atlanta FaZe. Abizi's going to win one on the right side of your mini-map to just make this rotation a bit easier. I mean, you have so much map control. It's Abizi on one, Cell on the other, locking this down. That will start the pinch for Subliners. As well, Cell will die, but they win it on the other side. So, all right, we know where they're coming from. Let's get into our setup now. Watch this left side of the map.
Yeah, things fall apart if Abizi loses his fight too, right? Like, you get pinched out, you're spawning out, things might fall apart. But yeah, as long as you win on one side of it, still got a chance to battle. And so far, efficiency in the trades department, in and around the hard point. They've been soaking it up ever since the P1. One battle going down at mid. They're trying to cut it in through there. Get a lot of info if you are Abizi. So all the heads from Statue going to shift focus, try to pick this up and see if FaZe can deal with it. But you surge on through middle. Nice little break there. But again, it's when there's 15 seconds left.
15 seconds left. You still have that cruise on Cell, depending on when he wants to use that. But inside of this P1, we are going to go. And maybe with Abizi taking this route, you want to use the cruise? Or is he just going on a long route to set up this pinch? Hydra's going to try to pick it up. Of course he is. He's on top of the stage. So big one-on-one, a great read by Hydra. Able to win that, and that will slow down FaZe for just a moment in a good 10 seconds here at P1.
Yeah, I mean, you run that whole route to hit the left push, then spawn out wide right, like you're just trucking right now if you're Abizi. But a great pickup by Hydra, like you said. The tiny tears get involved with the Abizi right back to it. You take that route, and then he's like, I can also just punch you in the face.
Yeah, just run right down the middle, down the middle of the map. Obviously, the nades, stuns are on point. We're right back into it on the other side. Jump the Subliners. Still 25 seconds left. Both teams trying to fight for this before we rotate over towards P2. Sky's just trying to get some shots in. You see this spawns are there for Subliners for P2. Maybe FaZe not going to read it. Cell is going on a long route to try to win rotation.
Yeah, but this is where it started to unravel for Subliners the first set, right? That P2 to 3 where you really start to get that big advantage if you're Atlanta FaZe. Had a couple of 6 sequences there. You've got to clean things up if you're NYSL, and there's going to be an opportunity to do so. Hardpoint white for now. Nobody to get in. All the fights are going to be happening at the edge. The first team to get in will be NYSL. Now, can you capitalize on this early hold as a BZ once again trying to take a route?
Yeah, you have to wait for a BZ here again. This is going to take a long time, but here we go. He's going to find the first pick, and now the rest of FaZe are going to fly on through. He has been the route man at times. He's going to find a double that breaks the hardpoint. Great heads-up plays by a BZ. Now he knows exactly where subliners are going to spawn. He can flank them again if he wants.
It's great patience, too, just to wait for him. Play your lives, wait for him to pounce, and now trying to flake on through yet again. Everybody else drops,
nice.
But a BZ is still here, but he is the only one, as you said, and can't get it done. But I mean, you disrupted for a bit, but you're looking at, what, about a tie game once you get this time if you're in YSL?
I think
definitely better.
That's a situation you probably want to be better at, but Sim's all right, I'll get them off the hill. I'll make this an easy transition. Sky's really the only player in a good spot. He does get cut down. Everybody else over towards Statue. New hill about to pop.
Yeah, BC, that's cutting out the reinforcements, all right. Just pushing them all the way out Statue side. Simp, again, a little slow start, but not anymore. 13-11 now for him as he's on 3 straight, 4 straight for him. Combos with Celium to keep it mixy in and around the point. Trying to stay up, but coming over the top will be Sky. Sky gets a second off the back of that as well. So you get a little bit earlier. You get in a little bit earlier this time if you're in YSL.
Yeah, a bit messy right now on the map. Neither team can really read the spawns. Kind of spawning all over the place. And now a BZ, again, able to win the one-on-one on the back. Spawning New York in the middle of the map. Allows him to get this break. Civ is still here, though. He's going to find one. Is there a trade? There sure is. That might be a team kill, but it's just not clean time.
I was like, did he just throw a fastball at a BC? That's what it looked like. But yeah, not clean at all. 10 points separating. A multi-kill for Hydra, but over to Sim's POV, we will go. Could be the first time you're looking at a lead in quite some time if you're in YSL, but as they leave the couple seconds out of the hard point, that won't be the case. So still trailing by 3, Statue up, a BZ battling mid-map.
I just think the way you're getting outslayed right now, New York, you're just happy that you're only down 10 points. Outside of Sib, everybody else is negative. And FaZe have had a couple of situations where if they executed better, they'd probably be up or around 60 or 70 points. But FaZe right now in control of this P4. They have the lead. Let's go to a listen with Atlanta FaZe.
I'm gonna hear you. Iron up.
I'm needing you.
One's their side.
Their side. They're going their side.
I got naded.
Go on the side.
Yep, iron up. Stay.
I'm in bridge.
I'm one shot.
I have a trophy. I'm gonna chill right in a second.
I left.
I have chill right. You're right stairs. On their stairs. They're too weak.
I'm on. I can't hit this.
We should chill late, okay?
Touch you.
Their side. 2 or 3 steps. 2 or 3 steps.
Two stairs. 2 on time.
Come in.
Two on time. You. He's an old bunch of Pago.
I have your slide, Zach. Give me disco.
Let's say you.
I'm getting out.
I got stun. What's this guy there?
You too.
Give me disco. I'm inside.
We should challenge.
I'm trying.
I needed him, disco. Naded him.
Done.
Nice. I'm watching you open.
Lights.
Lights, Caesar.
I have open.
He's ironing. It's 2 lights are ironing.
Lights.
I'm holding open.
Disco.
Stand.
He could be on.
Nice. Stay down.
Are you? One more open.
Wrap it open.
I'll see him here. It's open.
Open one time.
Open.
Nice.
There's time.
Time. Yep.
Go one more curve. Listen, one's open.
I'm trying to
pinch. I hear.
I'll see him open.
I'm naming their time.
Open. Dead. One more on their side.
Are you
I'm staying down for a second. Try and chow.
Kids their side time.
I'm one shot. I can't chow.
Kids their side time.
He's laying down. Nice.
Are you their side time?
Disco,
Dante their side time.
I'm trying you.
He's laying down their side.
Let's go.
I
Try and go new. Nothing on mid. Yeah, they cut. Oh, another lobby, dead. I'm hitting him.
What's gonna be fun new is 1.
Yeah, match one.
Yeah, you went open. Listen, I'm pushing out front.
Open, kids, 1 shot. 2 open. They're both 1 shot.
They're going front, guys.
There's 1 front. There's already 1 front.
Still approximately 10 points between the teams. Up over to draws as we go after the 3 straight there from Simp, but this one looks to be going down to the wire.
Yeah, and again, you're getting all these kills around the hill if you are FaZe, but on the hill, they're dying. They spawn Skies up behind them. Just not as clean at this P2. And then Kismet, just with that little stun off the bank shot in. Now New York has control.
They've got control. What kind of time can they turn it into? Just looking to get that lead change and go out in front. Still got bodies here to float on forward, but Kismet at least able to take down 2 and slow that down. Now advantage over to NYSL. They go out in front, been trailing most of the game. Granted, it has been a very tight one, but you burst on through with a late effort in this. I thought for a second, but the multi-kill from Skies slows it down for now. You got a one-on-one around the point.
Yeah, now Abizi just going to try to stay alive. All he's trying to do is keep them locked in on this right side of your map. You see on rotation a couple of gunfights going down. FaZe win both of them. So for New York, we're just going to have to flood, jump on up. It looks like they're going to try to go through middle. You still have the crews. Number 6, Abizi spawns out, but he's honestly going to have a free pinch. New York aren't going to know this, so he gets a double. They're thinking he spawns in the back. Will slow things down a bit for New York.
That's tough. Yeah, you're thinking a deep back spawn, but that is not going to be the case. Atlanta FaZe in control of the hard point. Hydra, 41 HP in a dream, just trying to stay up and get ready to challenge this with his teammates. The nade's going to hit, so great use of utility there, but you still have Draza and Simp in and around the point. Another big multi-kill there from Simp. Draza and Simp take out everybody. They're now 25 points away from victory, and you have Subliner spawning out pretty deep. You get the tick right now, I think, if you hold. You got a chance to get the dub here as Draza dies on 5 straight.
Yeah, Simp just getting stunned. I mean, you see the utility, the nade usage. Obviously, with the trophy changes, how impactful it is with our players. But yeah, FaZe, with that take, they're going to have it. And they still have the crews. Worst case scenario, if this goes bad for FaZe, Celium has been hanging on to this for so long.
You're just going to hit up the gut. You've got a player on either side of this trying to deal with the pinch from NYSL, but they come right up mid. Thought maybe they found a timing, but they get slammed. The front door gets closed. Simp popping off. Abizi with 30, Simp with 30. The entire squad at 30 plus. They have outslayed them. They have fried them. A triple and a statement late as Simp is chirping.
Just a total team effort there from Atlanta FaZe.
I don't know what the total.
I don't know
what the total outslay was, but
yeah, I think it could have been better. So? It's probably one of those maps where they're going to go back and watch the VOD. I know what they were trying to do a lot of the times. It was around the P2. They were trying to basically spawn them in the back to P2, fight from that, kind of combo that with a P3. But every time they tried that, like when we saw Abizi get pushed up poolside, they were just getting cut down on the hill. So New York, I mean, they kept it scrappy. Props to them.
They really did. I mean, you saw they were really hitting their utility, too. A couple of times, this felt like some great stuns and nades, cleared FaZe out of the point, or at least created a little bit of chaos around it. But the early lead for FaZe, you're able to hold on to that one late with a big rally and a big final hold. The question around this, I mean, I don't know. I want to say it's usually a search and destroys, but for me, it's going to be the respawns, at least at this current state and time. With how these two teams are playing, I'm most curious about the hard points.
Yeah, I think for me, it probably is a search, just because Atlanta FaZe have been 8-2 in stage 4, and that is where you're seeing a bit of a slip there for Subliners.
And it feels like either, well, I guess to be fair, anytime it's gone like 5 between these teams, like I feel like teams won those searches. Pretty much whenever they match up, right?
Yeah, so I think this is big. I mean, for New York, this is kind of what you're relying on, have been relying on throughout the year, has been this search and destroy. They were #1 for a long time, but guess who eclipsed them? It's these.
Yeah, I guess I was just curious because, like, you know, you and I were really critical of FaZe over the last couple of years because that 50-50 hard point, they never seemed to be able to produce the way we expected to. The slang was there, the wins were not. This year, you know, they seem to be much improved, but this stage still was sitting around 50-50. I was wondering where they were going to bring here at the LAN, but it seems like the boys are fired up. Simp brimming with confidence. The Draws edition's been great, and they have a chance. I mean, they're your favorites this weekend, no doubt about it. Especially now with Optic and losers, with Toronto losing to LAG. I mean, yes, by far and away they're your favorites.
Yeah, honestly, when an upset like that happens, it's sort of a, hey, this can happen to us. Now, I think it's way different because you have a top 4 matchup in winners round 1, so you're locked in to play New York. But they also just get caught off guard, and it's just sort of like, hey, this can happen to us. It's good energy on the side of FaZe after that map.
Yeah, no, it is a little different, you're right, though, when you're playing at YSL. Not quite the same. I mean, props to LAG on the victory, but your mindset's probably a little bit different going in against Subliners than would be against LAG. I mean, you'd love to say the players are robots and they always bring the same thing. But yes, everybody is human. Sometimes you play up and down to your competition, but a shot of FaZe right now is they're getting locked and loaded for the next one, but we'll see how the game flow went overall. I mean, it was just a lead for FaZe throughout most of it. After that first P2, you finally got a lead late after just barely trailing throughout most of it, but couldn't capitalize in the last couple of hard points.
No, honestly, like, New York did a good job just staying in this game, very much so. Obviously, you saw the slang on the side of FaZe. Everybody was popping off. They had multi-kills. The P1s, I think, for New York is really stood out. That's where they found a good chunk of time each time we got there. But yeah, I mean, I think for FaZe, it's probably one. This has been a strong map. And again, when we look at these maps and modes, the map not picked was sub-base, right? Which That's sort of FaZe has been working on it. New York, not the best at it, but they opt for 6-star instead of that. Maybe that's another question mark, but again, we're not seeing scrims. We don't know. This could be improving massively for New York.
Certainly. But yeah, the controls is probably the biggest question mark, but we'll talk more about that when we get to the third map. But we're going to stay on 6-star now for our search and destroy. And for you, I'm kind of curious about your opinion when you're just talking about the search and destroy for like this FaZe team. Like, what has maybe turned things around a little bit? Like, why do you think they've improved?
Well, I mean, it was a wake-up call Major 3. That's just what it was. I think they had to lock back in and kind of go over the little things. Yeah, Intermission's here. Daniel Say, shout out to him, hanging out, just watching the players, watching the matches. But yeah, I think it was just a wake-up call. Going 0-4 on Sunday. I think, listen, even on that day, it was a lot of just little mistakes. And it's just sort of, we have to focus on that, right? Make sure our comms are on point, not overchow things. Even in the listen, it was, yo, boys, iron up, right? Iron. You heard that a lot. And I think that's just, don't get caught sprinting and give away a multi-kill.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good shout out to that in the listen in. But now a shot of the subliner side as they try to answer back. And yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster for them. It's been so up and down. It's interesting because like last year you could say the same thing, but it was different because you won the first event. Like, you got a W. A roller coaster is easier after you get a win. You're still chasing that elusive victory.
Yeah, but where it was like that, it was that last major when everyone was like, they're ahead again.
Yep.
They figured whatever issue they had back into it, and they were the favorites going into champs. That's what's always the last major. Obviously, you have the qualifications for top 8, but history shows you do well here, you have a very strong chance at winning champs.
We've just had a lot of it. We've had a lot of it over the years where teams are able to win the last event, then take champs, usually quickly following it. We'll see if that'll be the case here as we still try to see who's going to be our Major 4 winner, but we are early on a Thursday. Tons of action still to come, but now the round 1, it's a bomb plan in from NYSL. As they'll have statue side control. We'll see how they hold it. The Flood getting ready to come here in from FaZe. You've got 3 pushing in through Sky side. You have 1 kind of mid-map in Celium. They're trying to isolate Celium. You get the information, you send it towards him. Man, that is tough to isolate. The trade's still not there. Cell is able to get away.
Yeah, there's only 25 seconds left, right? So you have to go if you are FaZe. This flank is taking so long. They're trying to find Kismet. And, well, he just snaps. And the headshots hit Skies and Sib. They're able to find 2 more. Bomb planted Simp, no time, no work with, and New York win the first round.
Yeah, he gets that kill on the cross, maybe, but nah, even then, probably not enough time to go. But I thought after Cell got 1, really gave you a good chance. But yeah, it took so long for everything else to develop.
It's like they almost thought that New York were going to panic and run into that middle, right? They just kind of waited. It was a 2-2 split, and both the guys mid just kind of stopped. They were hoping to catch a New York player, maybe
trying to catch Cell. Well, probably trying to catch Cell.
Or repinching.
Yeah.
Repinching them just didn't happen. And that's the issue on sort of flanking on this map. There is so much on the offensive spawn to clear.
Oh, yeah. You saw how long it was taking for that part of it to develop as Cell got away, but try to do things here on offense. As they begin to work up towards it. Yeah, no, I was like, why didn't I hear my voice for a second? You know, sometimes I get the box wrong too, Joe. I'll just be hitting mute or talk back on the wrong thing. I'm just yelling at the fans. It happens. But Cell gets another first blood here. As he'll have the 2 to go. I know
so that's if anytime you guys want me to mute Maven, I have the button.
Yeah, you do have the power.
I have the button. I just hit this. Go ahead.
Thank you, Joe, for showing up the power of our equipment. That sounded inappropriate as well.
Depends.
Yeah.
In your mind, absolutely.
Yeah, my brain's a special place, Joe. But statue side setup, trophies are out. Bomb. Getting ready to go, but Sib is just here.
What did Sib find here?
He's like a little spider or a snake, but a super dead one.
Yeah, I guess a BZ hunts spiders and snakes because he was able to find him.
Yo, I can see him run around the woods, dude, just chasing snakes. He's twisted.
I mean, you're like too old to know, but there's like this dude I watch on like TikTok, and he just literally just goes around the Everglades and the Amazon and catches snakes, and it's insane.
Yeah, no, that sounds absolutely insane. I don't even have TikTok on my phone, Joe. Sib gets a kill. Sky's last one up. Obliterates Simp, and now to a 1 versus 2. 35 seconds, though, to go.
Yeah, he's 4-0. He's just going to play his life right now. So FaZe able to find that first blood. They rotated through A over towards B, get bombed down, and now Skies. He's going to find a nice corner, maybe a drink, maybe a beverage, and maybe look at this view.
What's his name? Like Anaconda Hunter.
I forget his name, dude.
Oh.
He literally walks around forests like the Amazon, the Everglades.
Snakes don't actually freak me out. It's just spiders.
No,
spiders get me.
Okay, well, he touches those, but he's just barefoot, just hanging out.
Barefoot. In,
he's insane.
His brain's got to be studied. Same goes for Cell. It's a brain that's got to be studied. Speak of the devil. Fist bumps out, round went in, tied up 1-1. As you bring it back. And for the most part, I mean, calm, cool, collected there. Sky's in a tough position. Really just going to play around the streak, so he'll have the 4-0 that he'll carry on through. Nice start from him.
And now I think if you're FaZe on defense, again, you kind of throw in that flame play. I've seen them try to incorporate it. Again, I think when you get security control that window, it gives you a great angle. It just takes a long time to work that on defense, but maybe they try to switch it up here.
I mean, it looked like Sky's got eyes on all of them that round because they instantly tried to isolate Cell once they realized it was one. That's why I thought it was going to work when Cell got a kill, but it did not. But you've got a presence here on defense, a big presence. It's a first blood from Simp. Simp, though, able to trade that out. Sky's still working on a streak. Not going to happen as the nade combines with Draza's shots, and you get dropped. That's bomb down poolside. And your two remaining players here in Hydra and Sibber, you're pretty split. Hydra can't get out.
And that's just a tough call because New York's thinking B's going to be open. They're going to try to stack A, right? Bit of mind games in FaZe. They just played their same defense. They sent 2 towards B, 1 middle of the map, and said, if they go A again, we'll retake. It's just right into a trap.
Well, that's what we'll kind of keep an eye on is how they try to change that retake, as you mentioned. They already showed the flank. Now New York C, they're still in the same setup, so we'll see how they opt to try and attack it next time. Probably back to A, and then we'll see how the retake works out. But final view, Cell, as he gets the kill onto Sib, but another pretty chill round for FaZe.
I just see Tucker up there just phasing up, dude.
Oh, love it, dude. Nah, it's this kind of environment, just with the desk, the head-to-head, the cage, it's cool. It's cool. And I'm sure once the matches get more intense, we get later in, there'll be more players kind of hanging out and stuff. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, but we'll continue on in this one. Simp, once again, going to be that island guy that's going to be playing the pinch. Will anyone be left by the time he gets there? And yes, because of BZ, he's able to get 2, nearly a third, but it's quickly now into a 2 versus 2. What's the timing going to be like on the other side of it? Simp, nice job recentering there. I thought he got away from him, barely able to win the fight with 8 HP.
Yeah, I mean, luckily a BZ gets 2, because if not, then you're in a 3-on-2.
Oh, yeah.
Someone probably picks up the flank. They know how Simp likes to play on an island, working that pinch. Instead, with the BZ's double, Skies is a little bit late picking that up, and now bomb being planted. 1 versus 2 for Kiz.
I mean, you probably feel pretty good about where you're at, honestly, considering Hydra doesn't have a kill. And he could be your takeover guy in Search, but a guy can be really clutch for you at times is Kismet. He's had some amazing clutches on the year. We'll try to find another one here. But he's just clearing everything, playing a little bit of ring around the rosy, and honestly, just due to kind of this rotation right now, so much time's going to be melted off.
The FaZe just don't know where he's coming from. He actually rewraps this. This time it could work out.
Oh, boy.
Well, never mind. I lied. Instead, it works out for Celium. So FaZe, they basically just work through the middle of the map. Kismet's looking around like, okay, they wrap through mid. I'm going to follow them. Maybe I catch them. Instead, it's the opposite.
Yeah, it's like, looks like it's going to work out, but the second like you get this statue and clear, it's like, okay, he definitely was wrapping behind us. That's exactly when he'll look back to it. And then Abiz, I mean, I think he gets a pretty clean burst into Kiz as well.
Yeah,
So it nearly pulls off a triple.
I don't know. Hydra, maybe the trophy hit him, but like even Abizi was shooting more to the right, like expecting to have to hit a shot or 2 more, maybe a nade connected, but Hydra got melted.
Yeah, no, he did. Same setup for FaZe, pretty much, right? Like 2 mid, you're 2B. You take a look at this again if you're subliners, maybe want to call their bluff. But now as you're seeing the presence here, this time you're at least able to get the first blood, but it's almost instantly answered as you get a kill from Simp. And that's going to be Bomb.
Probably, yeah, I say, Bomb's down. Like, how do subliners now have to take this position? You do have a bit of a timing here. What was that? Draza's going on a full flank. So Simp's going to pick up the pinch, right? Because they know Sim got a kill in the middle of the map. So he's going to watch the flank, and on the other side, there's a flank play happening. So it's pretty much the same call. Just who's this going to work out better for? Sim's able to find it. And now Draza just buys enough time for his teammates to help.
No, that really was like both teams thinking the same
exact thing.
Just one person gets the kill, the other does not. And now Skies, last alive, 1 versus 3, 30 to go. Bomb down, backside of Tiki, and again, just one of these like clutch scenarios that seems impossible just based on the clock. I mean, if he had bomb, he was able to wrap it, maybe get it down or something, but, like, you lost bomb in a real tough spot. Now you got Cell on 4 in a row, Simp on 3 in a row. And after that round 1 victory, things have started to slip away.
Some of the New York timings these last couple of rounds. There we go. Will find Celium, and not enough time on the clock. A round done. In the end, just the FaZe defense say, hey, go A again. New York just haven't taken that site.
No. And, well, the fact you have a 4-1 lead, you haven't really had to change much defensively. If you are FaZe, they'll just keep to their 2-2 through A and mid until they've got to do otherwise, or they just decide to hit something. We'll see. But so far, it's working for them. Hydra's still looking for his first. He's only, 176 damage. He has found nothing. They have taken him out of this one. One of the better search players in the world. Sip and Cell handling business right now for the FaZe side.
Guys, I thought maybe he's going to try to find a gunfight, but on a Simp, he opts to basically run away after the stun hit, so bomb being planted. I'm actually confused why they didn't try to take down Simp once that stun hits. But here we go. Smoke is down, and again, Hydra going to have to play around it. Him and Kismet, it's not those two. It's Sib and Skies who find the first, but Cell and Draws in the AR is going to make this a 2-on-1.
Nice little jump shot there to get the head of Sib and finish that. Skies, again, last alive. The one that has to try and clutch, able to win one. Hits a burst and a half maybe, but can't take the fight. 5 straight now to FaZe.
And I think those were the rounds at Major on Sunday that, like, they were losing some of these. Like, there's 17 seconds left. I don't know if double challenging this is the right call. It's not even like they double challenged. It was very late. But here, you get the first 2 kills. And then, yeah, Hydra in the smoke goes down by Cell.
That was
Sib
actually
gets
clean.
caught.
That was nice.
Yeah, nice little wall bang through. This is close, though. Yeah, down to 50 HP. There's 15 seconds left. But
seems like they're the live or die by the chow mode this year. That's just kind of how they've been playing, but it can bite you as much as it can look flashy. Sky's bomb in hand. And due to the 2-2 split they've had, you're thinking, all right, well, A is going to be wide open, and yes, it is. So now we'll see how you opt to retake if you're a FaZe. In round 1, you try to wrap that off, 3 through the full flank. This time, you're kind of spreading out everywhere. You've got 1 through defensive spawn, 1 working offensive, 2 up through mid. You're going to be hitting from everywhere. Yeah,
now you're just waiting on Simp, though, right? He's kind of the key guy. He may have the one-on-one versus Skies. Looks like he's in a little help from Hydra. What is that timing going to be? Looks like Hydra's going to re-wrap this. Hydra's just going to try to flank, but the problem is the Skies should die here. But Hydra, yeah, it worked out. It worked out. Or did it? If he finds that kill, it would have been a 2 versus 1. Instead, he's got the rival, doesn't hit the shots. And they're just making similar plays.
Yeah, nice snap there by Sib. It is range with the rival, but that's a nice little snap. But no, there's been a bunch of situations where it's been like they're making the same play on both sides of the map. You just like execute a bit better if you're the other team.
Yeah, I mean, Hydra, like FaZe is thinking there's no way we get flanked. Simp was hitting the flank, so they're not going to hit the middle of the map, but Hydra got through. Skies then gives up the full flank because Hydra got through. So.
Yeah. But that was a good view of what you were talking about, I guess, how much there is to clear for the offensive spawn. It just feels like Simp is like inches away, but it just takes a while to actually get there. Still 1 more needed for the victory, though, if you are FaZe. Gonna have to be 5 straight rounds in total for New York. Step 1 done, step 2 in progress. And you gotta think you're starting to get some info over towards B. Eventually you're not spotting anything. I thought maybe they're gonna think about wrapping bomb out, but it looks like they're gonna get ready to group up and bully their way onto A.
Well, there's gonna be the first info. You do have a great setup here if you are subliners with the crossfires. Trophies are down. That one's gonna hit on the Civ though. That goes away. He's down to 50 HP. They're hoping for a second one. It does connect, and behind the nades, they're gonna find it, but Draza just goes a little bit too early.
Ooh, yes, can't get through behind the smoke. Now they opt to wrap it out.
Bloomed, right? He just kind of flies.
Or it was like a little in front of him. I think it was bloomed. He just like, there was that gap of a couple feet where they were able to get shots into him. So I don't know if it was like an angle thing or a timing thing, but the fact is he gets cut down. You've wrapped this out, though. We got into position if you are the side of NYSL and you're finding all the kills. 1 player left is going to be Simp at a 1 versus 3. Able to take out 1. Good luck with that. Wins it. Stays up. Dancing. 34 HP. 1 versus 1. Gets eyes on him. Tags in. And god damn. That's a 1v3 clutch there for Simp. And again, he is on his feet and chirping, feeling himself. Is what? It's a triple to end the Hardpoint. It's a triple here. Gave him a little pop there from up top.
And I think Hydra obviously didn't have the best map, a little frustrated. He's thinking he'd dip through the middle of the map. Dips through with how weak he was. Thought like, yeah, he's just gonna go try and get around that corner, play his life. Instead, Simp went back down the stairs, checks the bomb, is hoping for a repeat, but that does not happen. And then Simp's like, oh, hey, I see you.
Oh, hey, I see ya. And then once again, able to toy.
I mean, he hits
with the opposition.
That first shot, too, that first little pop-up.
Yeah, oh, I mean, he hit like a burst and a half, like 2 bursts on the first peak. Yeah, then a little jump shot in, then his reach house. Like, I mean, he had to have been like 15 HP after the jump shot. The confidence is flowing right now for Simp and FaZe. You're in a dominant position, up 2-0. A real tight back and forth Hardpoint, but this one was, I mean, I think you saw a lot of moments and rounds where you can see it's 2 very good search teams. They have a very similar mentality of what they're trying to do on the map. Like, one team just executed a bit better or won a big gunfight when they needed to.
Yeah, I mean, outside of, like, there were a couple of rounds where you had numbers. The 2-on-3 that Cell and Draws were able to win, that one. Outside of that, I think from the New York side, it's just like you got caught at B twice where FaZe were saying, go A. Your 2 round wins are the bomb plants at A.
Yeah, no, I mean, they were telling you, they were literally saying, please go A. Like, yeah. Go A. We'll try to retake that, but it's almost like New York just kept trying to call their bluff. Like, they're going to change up their defensive setup. Yeah. But they just didn't, ever. They just held to their 2-2 mid and B split, and they were able to lock it down and get control. And like one of those rounds, if they call the bluff correctly and they're able to get a wide open, pull side plant, things might go differently, but you just had the hard counter to it. 2 big rounds.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I mean, FaZe now up 2-0, looking comfortable, and go to invasion control. So I think they're feeling happy about that.
Yeah, because we thought, based on the last series, we're probably seeing Karachi, then New York banned Karachi, then we end up in invasion. We were a bit surprised, but that's where it heads. We'll chat more about the control, though, after the break. We got a ton of action to come. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
everybody. We're back. It's Major Forward. Take a look at the scuff play of the game. It's old Papa Simp popping off.
Yeah, he's able to find the first, but I think what's so impressive, this second kill, he's in a team shot, pops up, reconnects. Then Hydra thinks he runs away. He does the jump up, mantles up. Simp just ready for the next gunfight, has the Renetti in hand, hits the first couple of bursts and says, you know what, I got enough in the Renetti, in the secondary, wins the map. Hydra, frustrated, not the best map, who could be one of the best players in the world.
Oh, I mean, he's one of those guys who stays like good for double digits in Surge. Like he's just so consistent in the mode, but maybe arguably the best to ever do it. By the time it's all said and done, if not already, depends on who you talk to, Simp is insane. Guy's God, and unfortunately, he's in his bag right now. I mean, just how clean even the Renetti shots are. A little fadeaway up over the top just makes that kill look easy. It's not an easy one. And he has had a fantastic series. Really well-rounded effort in the map 1. Same in map 2, really. FaZe are clicking right now. They're looking dangerous.
No, they are. And, you know, again, yeah, just they've been 9-2 since that Major 3 Sunday. So really stepping up in the search and destroy. But you can see right there, Hydra in this series, just a .72. I don't know the last time we could say that for that, man. Even against FaZe, feels like he's always putting up numbers.
Yeah, maybe it's an off day. I mean, everybody has it.
Yep.
Could be an off day, could not be feeling well. Who the knows? Who the hell knows what it
Might
is?
just turn it on right here.
We're on the West Coast. We're too far away from France. I don't know. But he's already on the board, Joe. He's ready to get a rock and roll, and they're going to need him. If you're going to win a matchup like this, he is your superstar. They need him to go nuts. It's just hard to hang with a team like this unless you get it out of your super mega superstar. But as we go to Invasion, we know FaZe have been the best control team in the game. That's been a thing, it feels like, since the inception of the CDL.
Well, yeah, 14-3 on this map, and Sib, he's going to keep this going. He's able to find Sib. Going to get that progress now, start to push up. But yeah, what we kind of talked about was the one thing that Subliners had was high-rise control, right, versus FaZe. So you get away from that. You've played Invasion a couple of times. FaZe start to win that, so what happens? Karachi comes into the mix. The last time these two teams played it, well, New York, they won Karachi in round 5. So we were thinking we were going to play another Karachi. Instead, I think FaZe are probably happy with this to go to an Invasion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can hear the players are pretty close to him. Like, Simp's not usually in that mode where he's just screaming dead every kill, but he is doing that right now. Like, guy is brimming with confidence, and kind of like Hydra got the kill when he got off to the 4 straight and shut him down. Like, he's going to need to probably have more moments like that. It's Skies that's maybe started a little bit slow in this, looking to still get involved. It's a BZ on the point, just trying to be a threat. The help is working up, trying to avoid the nades. The nade shots going to combo, but Draza putting you away and sliding across.
No way.
And re-challenge. This guy is a psychopath.
Oh my God!
What am I watching? Draza's a lunatic.
What? I mean, he just kept running. He just kept going. You already have another player in a BZ back onto A. Kismet, though, with the heads-up play, just gets the cutoff, able to get the double. But we are quickly, well, only 10 lives left for New York.
Yeah, there has been a lot of gunfights. Is all, well, you try to go through a door hits you in the face, you back up, go back through the doors in Call of Duty doors. As Simp gets one and then ends up dropping, but minute 10 on the clock, 12v9.
You know, BZ, I mean, he's been living on the A point. He's 2-5. He's got a couple of deaths on the objective, so he's going to get around. He's kind of see Hydra looking around. Sky's starting to just trying to see where this guy is, but he gets behind enemy lines, and again, just pausing the clock. Every time that he pauses the clock, it is an advantage, due to the life advantage for Atlanta FaZe, the lead that they have. This is exactly what they want. Now he's going to help his teammates leave the base. He's going to snap. They are just making plays left and right.
Yeah, it seems like it's after these first couple of maps, all respect has been thrown out the window. Like, they just feel they're the better of the team. They are going at them. But you know how it is. One map can flip everything. You get a win here if you're Subliner, suddenly we'll be going to a map 5. You never know. You got to close this out if you are FaZe. Got still time and opportunity here to either bleed them dry or get the round victory. No respawns remaining. Just Kismet, Sib, and Skies left. Skies is weak. They're isolating him. He's able to get away, though, and Kismet, they're through on the help, but he will eventually get shut down. Now to Sib and Kismet. 15 seconds to go. Can they somehow get this to the clock? But the problem is you've already got somebody on the point, so the answer to that is going to be no. Sib gets one. Kismet pounces, and Kismet gets fried. FaZe are roaring.
They're all just winning gunfights. I mean, plain and simple. Like, they're just doing some insane things. Like, we're just seeing FaZe at one of their highest points right now.
They just, I feel like they've been like that at times this year, and they, it's been the whole shooting bodies, ego challenging, like that's been the mentality for them since Draws has joined, I feel like. But I also think that is what's costed them sometimes in Surge. Like they just do like that. You talked about them, it's like double challenge. Maybe we don't need to. Like they want to chall everything, and then you lose the gunfight. It's something like, oh well, crap.
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at stats, the good thing for New York coming into this was that they had 100% defensive win rate. Now an 0-2 map breaker throughout stage 4 on this map because they couldn't win an offense. But round 1, that 100% is gone.
Okay.
So now you're really worried if you were a New York fan.
I think you might have already been worried, but yeah, really worried now might be the case. But you strike back on offense, suddenly things will get interesting. Skies tries to get on the point, doesn't really turn into anything. The chows continue there. It's a tiny terrace, double chow, and take down Sib. No opening on the map yet for subliners. As they're looking for something, and they are just greeted by bullets, it feels like, at every turn.
Yeah, they kind of know that they can't wrap to B, right? Okay. Simp's there. Simp and Cell, though, they both win some gunfights. So they get the trade, and now they can start to work the B point. With that early A hit, they knew that the B pressure was going to be there. So let's take the middle of the map away from FaZe, then kind of collapse onto B.
Nice shots there from Hydra. Looking for another one. Beautiful there from the top rope. Able to take him down. Progression going. 3 are going to be dropped. And now you get Hydra to a deep position where they're going to need to look for him. Well, he's going to get stunned up.
Don't see this spot too often. Nice little angel there. Simpto going to pull out the grenade, at least finds one. Only 2 ticks done, though. I mean, how many players have you had off spawn? New York haven't got done with this point. There might be more pressure from FaZe. I think they're going to go for this. C8 and 5 want to go, but Sib going to catch them off. That should be it.
They'll get the minute extension through now. Minute 40 to go. 4 life advantage. So far, so good on offense, but now the hard part begins. You're already able to take down Sip.
Have A Street.
There's no A Street side control, so you can send it at this. Can you get through clean, though? Or do you lose players? Draza gets a big one. Cell does as well. You have somebody onto the point, though, to at least stop this clock for a bit. Sip, I thought, dead to rights, but wins that with the Renetti. Skies, a nice snap throw onto the forehead of Simp, but he was the only body there.
Yeah, they're kind of playing the same game, though. It's sort of, we have a 4-3 life advantage. Let's just try to pause this clock and use our numbers to win this round. This is going to be the question mark. Getting past this 50-yard line. How does New York do it? If they do it cleanly, then they're going to have the advantage as they get on A and pause it. But so far, FaZe locking this down.
Draza specifically locking it down as he dials up a double. Everything's exploding. Nades, cars, limbs. Is that an opening maybe for him? But caught sprinting his Skies, irons up is a BZ, and he'll drop them and take out another. The comms are flowing, the gunny is flowing, FaZe are flowing. 40 seconds to go, but we're even in lives 10-10.
And you have Hydra pinching on Cell to deal with that, so 30 seconds left. The clock going to be the biggest problem for New York. Getting the info, won that cross, that's going to be Hydra. Couple of players off spawn, and Simp and Cell did a deal with that. Nice mid-map pressure from Draza again. And they know, just numbers advantage over to FaZe.
And time advantage over to FaZe. Just 15 seconds to go. And yeah, the mid-map, for the most part, outside of some of the early moments, has been controlled by Atlanta FaZe, not letting anyone sneak through, not allowing any openings or playmaking ability from New York. You get 2 dead, but too late. Not enough time to get anywhere. Defense holds for FaZe, a round away from a convincing 3-0.
No, it is. And again, it's just a top 4 matchup, obviously. Question marks just around New York. I mean, we may have obviously one of these teams is going to go losers, but 3 out of the top 4 are going to be down there.
Yeah, which is just what is going on. This has probably been the most, like, I don't know, by the formula type of year, at least with regards to the top 4. And then, of course, like Major 4 is like, nah. Let's have Optic go 1-6. Haha. Let's have Ultra lose the LAG round 1. Sure. Why not? Let's have chaos at the end of it, but New York still a chance to bring it back, but it have to be the super duper reverse sweep now. You have to do it through the control, do it through the series, or the FaZe just close it out on offense.
Not the super duper.
The super duper. Well, that makes me think of, what was it, the FaZe Thieves BO4? That was a super duper.
That was.
Because that was like a 7v2 also, right? And the control. Sorry to remind you. That was a super duper ultra super duper.
Super duper.
There's been more since then, but I'll always be the one that comes to mind. Always.
I mean, this has been such a great start for FaZe in this round. Already putting pressure on A.
Already have 5 lives.
Yeah, Draws is just hanging out at B, pausing the clock. Cell goes down to BZ. Now just playing his 1 versus 1. Had the read, able to re-snap. Nice shots from him. And again, FaZe just playing their game.
Yeah, Draza hopped off. It said next man up. So Draza hopped off it. Let Cell pick it up. Now Cell's hopping off. Like, all right, let's send it. We can get this. Let me try and get some damage in. And Cell hopping off. He's able to get a kill, alleviate some of the pressure maybe as people around the point. Abizi's able to win a gunfight up close. Still have 2 here. Can't win the next gunfight, but you get, what, a tick and a half. You're basically done with B. And, well, you're still at 5 lives.
Yeah, again, that's just sort of it. There's still a minute on the clock. They put Draza in a better position. New York maybe feel they have to go for this. You at least got another tick, and they're going to have 3 dead. So this is obviously the risk of getting off a B. Hop on over towards A. Now there's only 45 seconds in the round. You don't have map control. You don't have a point.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely the risk of it. Now you got to win some crazy gunfights to probably get out of it. Cell's just perched up. Second story of Palace wins 1. Abizi gets another. Now you're out, at least to start moving on forward again, but a team kill comes through as Skies gets some damage in. It's actually Abizi. It takes down Sip at the tail end of it, but you still have that 50-yard line, but Abizi's done a great job winning multiple gunfights to get you forward towards B. Is that going to be enough, though? 15 seconds now.
And Hydra's flanking this. Sib's on 5 in a row. Much needed here for subliners. You would love to close this out here. Sib's in a fine 6, so cruise missile in the back pocket, maybe for the next round. Sib watching this cross. Does he take it down? They're going to fly forward. Almost got there. But New York, hold on.
Well, that ends up being, I mean, what? You just keep them to 3 ticks?
Yeah, the problem is New York only has 3 in their first round. So.
Yeah, true. But now, I mean, fact is you got to get this offensive round if you're going to go to a map 5 regardless. But a great rebound after what was a really nice kind of opening. You saw what FaZe were trying to do, but once they got them locked up, got bridge side pushed up, and won the fight on B, I mean, they had them penned in. Yeah, I thought they won enough gunfights to get out, but they never got out.
Yeah, I think a couple of the players just hit some nice timings on the pinches, right? Once Sib won a gunfight, that allowed Hydra some room middle of the map. And just reflanked FaZe and stopped their push.
But now, this is where you got to go nuts. If you are in YSL, well, you're going to have to do it for 2 rounds, but for this to give you a chance. Hydra is just trying to send it. He jumps over the head of one, maybe playing a little too fast. Got to look left and right before he crossed the road.
This guy's parkoured across the map.
Yeah, honestly. Like,
he really, and then somehow Simp just gets 3 off a spawn. Just hits some absolute beamers onto that player onto B. They deal with him, but was such a good start for subliners. You had Hydra pushed on up. Now you got nothing.
Nothing. At least you killed Cellium kind of A-side to open that up a bit, so you're not in the ultimate pinch setup. You get Sib out over towards A, but he doesn't go anywhere. Cell gets up off spawn, picks that up, shuts him down. You still have 2 bodies. Over towards B on defense. I thought Sib was going to get caught with the timing there on the reach out from Skies, but he's still able to win the fight before he's traded out. Now you get B control here for a moment. You try to get this extension.
And again, Hydra trying to get pushed on forward, able to at least find 1. Now, just waste their time. Catch the reinforcements, does a much better job at this life through. Almost connects on to Simp. Simp was shooting the whole tank. But you can see what they're trying to do. New York, it's time of desperation. They're trying to go towards A. They're going to put Skies on it.
He's on it. He's able to win a fight as well. Abizi, though, wins the other one-on-one, so he'll be able to take another and push on forward. Skies wins another 18 HP, but he's staying alive, can't reposition behind. As he's probably trying to dodge nades, bullets, crossfire, everything in between.
They get off A, though. Or sorry, B. They're trying to go back towards A.
They finish it.
Yeah, just get done with B. You still have the cruise on Sib. I think that's what they would want. If Skies was able to stay alive there, Sib off spawn was probably going to use the cruise to help him on that cross, but Skies ended up getting picked.
Obviously, you got to get the round win. You're going to have to use it at some point. You still got a minute to go. All square in lives. You got a body on the point in Abizi right now. And you're fanned out across this layer if you are a
I think this is when you're probably going to use it, right? I mean, you have him in map control, you have Cafe, but Sib off spawn, not going to happen. I thought with how patient they were waiting for Sib, they were going to try to find it. It feels like they're still fighting for this B-Dom area to use that.
45 now to go. Streak, here we go. This might be the moment they got a chance. They're going to push it to around 5. Simp or Sib going to be calming everything, trying to connect. Not going to be able to do that, so you're still tucked away if you are Atlanta FaZe. But you get some positioning if you are Subbutters. The fact is you got to win some gunfights. Draws is going to be able to win the first. Kismet, can he line up multiple? Can't finish the first. And they just chow out like they've been doing all map long. 20 seconds remaining. And it seems like just a hope and a prayer now for Subliners.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got what you wanted, right? You had all the info. You got pushed up middle of the map. Use the cruise. Doesn't find a kill onto the A point. But at least got your teammates in a good position. The last chance here for New York. But FaZe winning all the gunfights. Can they get there? I don't think so. A statement here in winners round 1 for FaZe.
I mean, Simp was chirping from the end of that hard point through the rest of the series. Puts up a 32 into control, leads the lobby. A 1v3 it was to close out the search. The guy was playing flawlessly, and FaZe get the 3-0. Got to be a frustrating loss there for NYSL. Just the fact, I mean, maybe, you know, you go to every match expecting to win, hoping to win, but you know it's a tough matchup against FaZe. You just hope to push this one a bit deeper.
Yeah, I think you just want to show, again, this has kind of been the problem.
Show you can compete. Like,
yeah, you've had some really good moments with New York. Even in, like, series, they've been this up and down team, depending on game mode.
Yeah, yeah.
This one, I think, one of their weaker showings, honestly.
And honestly, it just wasn't a great series for Hydra. It was. I mean,
yeah, he stepped up better than
I think he did the map 3. He had some moments, but they're going to need. They're in a position right now where they just need him in every map.
Yeah,
like you do. And he's one of those guys that can put up in every map. But when he's fallen off, I think it's just much more difficult on the team, and just didn't have the most stellar of series. But the fact is, 3-0 for FaZe. So after started with a crazy. Well, I mean, everything was wild to start. We had that crazy map 5 with the comeback, 3-5 comeback for Surge. Then we have the upset there for LAG. Then I'm thinking, what the hell is this going to bring us? But this is just, I think you set a FaZe statement.
I mean,
you're still not on our level.
It's FaZe before
Get
Sunday.
back to the lab.
Right.
Yeah,
true.
True.
It's the staple. It's just been a question of once we get to the Sunday, what's going to happen? Or if you play Toronto Ultra.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, like, there have been some years where they've been to a lot of finals, but they weren't, like, really playing all that well. Like, they limped into some Sundays. Like, pretty good start.
This is more of a jog.
Yeah.
Nice jog into Saturday at least.
They kind of ran through them,
yeah,
to be honest. But yeah.